Ooh, I gotta move this a little bit.
Well, you were gonna use the range plate, weren't you?
I am, but I gotta still move this a little.
Okay.
So let me see.
Just don't make it all fall down.
See if I can get it all in here. I think so. All right.
We should be up and running.
We should be up and running.
Still got my customer in front.
Okay, no problem.
Maybe.
The tube of the U's just said that we are alive. So yeah, that looks good. So
my Rumble just froze because that's what happened.
Oh, of course, of course. Just make sure Rumble itself didn't freeze.
No. Looks like everyone else is good. Right. Looks like I'm bad.
Okay,
it's fitting. It's my birthday.
Yes. Well, that's my wife's birthday today. So Valentine's Day, birthday. It's fun and games. She'll be right back. So good afternoon, goeiemiddag. Oh, exciting times. Sorry, I still got the cough going a little bit. So we are going to do a few interesting things today. It's not too complicated, but interesting nonetheless. It's something I've been wanting to try, and if time permits, maybe we make something else afterwards. I want to make some meatballs anyway tonight, so maybe I just throw them together. So let's see. We have a creme anglaise that I would like to make, or what they call a stirred custard. So I don't eat starches, and I like to try and make food that, you know, doesn't have starches or has other ingredients that will fill in for the starches. And I really like custard. It's something I grew up with. Now, a creme anglaise is kind of a pork custard, I guess. I haven't really made this. The custards we make is always the bird's custard, and, you know, we make it real basic. I got a real nice one I make, but it's still got cornstarch in it. So we want to try and not do that. So I'm going to run today. So I've got this range plate on. I didn't put it too hot because you want to be real careful about how you make it. It's not difficult to make, but you've got to hit the right temperatures in the right order and the right spaces. You've got to temper your milk into your cream into your eggs, etc. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to use this pot just because of its base size. So what we're going to start with is we're going to do a cup and a half of cream. Sorry, a cup and a half, 2 cups of cream, all right, of like heavy whipping cream. So I'm going to finish this one off, and then I'll use the remaining on that. So that's going to be 500 milliliters, 500 grams, or 2 cups. All right, and then we're going to use a half a cup or 125 milliliters or grams of milk to add to this. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop that on the range, and we're going to get that basically just over scalding, which is around 190 degrees. So scalding is 185, so we're going to get it to 190, 195, and then we're just going to rest it a bit while we do our eggs. So let me get this in here. All right, so we've got, I don't know if my head is in the way of this thing, because I always stick my head in front of it because I got to see the scale, man.
Thank you, Mrs. Sarge. I'm going to have to read this Rumble rant, if I may.
Oh, there we go. Hello, Mrs. Sarge.
Happy birthday, and thank you, Queen, for sharing Anton's meat. I love it in my mouth.
I like that.
I concur.
That sounds like promises.
All of the meat. The biltong, the sausage, the dried sausage, anything else, lamb. Bacon. The bacon's really good. He made me some bacon and eggs this morning. That was really nice. Can we say hello to a couple other
absolutely.
People?
Let's get the hellos off.
And you're going to find this very ironic. I do. Switzerland also gifted a subscription. Guess who it was gifted to?
To you.
To me.
Oh, there we go. Well, happy birthday. That doesn't often happen.
Must be my birthday or something like that. Yeah.
All right. So I've got the 2 cups of cream, 500 grams, and 500 mils, 500 grams, same thing. And then I've got a half cup of milk, 125 milliliters, 125 grams. I'm going to pop it on here, and I'm just going to stick this in here, the probe. We'll just keep an eye on that.
Oh, Femboy, with your comment about eggs, eggs are a necessity in our life.
Yes.
I am always spoiled with eggs. That's something that will never go away.
Nope.
Can we say hi to a few people? I don't know if you've said
Sure.
hello to anyone yet.
I have not.
Obviously, I've got Mrs. Sarge and Finboy. You've heard
Mrs.
me
Sargent,
mention them.
Finboy, yes.
Jody wins.
Okay,
he
Jody
was there
is
first, always.
first,
We
yeah.
appreciate your consistency.
Yes.
Then we've got, of course, Ike with Switzerland IT. I did mention him as well. And he chuckles and says, "Happy birthday. Anton gets money for her birthday."
Yes, yes. Money, money, money. We
Only-
need it because we gotta move.
Right, but if you would only know, I'm the one who who takes care of the funds. Therefore,
I only work here. Everything else is for her and the kids, man.
that's so true. So we've also got Bobby Joe, Bright Can News, so
Okay.
Hong Kong,
Yeah. All the way from
and
Canada.
Lord Deccan.
Okay.
Yeah,
That seems new.
Yes, it is.
Welcome. Welcome.
And says, "Hi, folks. Glad I can make a live episode again." So welcome. Yeah, glad to have you.
Yeah.
For sure. Congrats on the level up. May you reach day 100. Thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate that, Bright
Yes.
King. Go ahead. I know you want to.
No, please. No, I'm waiting for this because I gotta mix this in to the egg. So I've got a minute or two. There's no rush today.
I have the rash. I don't know what the rash is.
Neither do
Jody says I have the wet rash. I'm not quite sure.
All right. I got the demon flu that's going around. Jesus.
Cam is in as well.
Okay, hey
Yeah.
Cam, how are you, man?
You guys do not want my theory on said demon flu that you are calling it.
Yeah.
going
Well,
on.
Sign of Jonah said that him and his wife both got sick. I don't know. Yeah, but me and the boys, half dead.
I had 2 days
Yeah,
of
Nicole had a little
sniffles.
bit, and even Trinity, but my oldest daughter had a little bit, and my youngest daughter, she actually had it a little bit worse, the youngest one.
yes.
But I mean, me and the boys were flat, man. Flat.
Mhm.
It was not good. So
But it seems
yeah.
to be leaving our house. Don't worry
Yes,
though.
it
The
must fuck off
sky is lumpy gray outside.
Yes.
What did it look like earlier?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's just
That
like-
doesn't, you know.
no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Let me. This thing is
Red
a little
chat
crooked.
rash. Oh.
The what?
Because I'm
No.
a subscriber. Yes, I love it. Hey,
Right.
Cam is a monthly supporter now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, welcome.
What you have to do is you gotta have like a towel or something on the table that's a little damp,
You guys can't see that.
and then
I've blocked
this will
it.
sit on the towel, and then it won't move around too much. So you just want to do that and whisk. And so this is sanitized because we want to try and be clean. I'll sanitize this just in case. I'll do some sanitizing on that. And normally, if you've got a commercial dishwasher, even a normal dishwasher, it'll run your dishes through the dishwasher and sanitize. The difference with the commercial one is just it'll take 5 minutes. The one at home takes like 3 hours, and little Chinese men jump out and scrub all your shit inside there. Where with the commercial ones, it's just a lot of water. And then so we want to keep everything clean, especially. So here's the rule when you do stuff like this. I don't particularly mind that this is sanitized or not. It just has to be nice and clean. Same with the whisk, because everything's going to go into the hot milk, or the hot cream. So that will sterilize it anyway, because it's going to be at 180. We want to try not exceed 185 with the eggs, and I'll explain why. But it's advised that depending on what your custard looks like when you are done, if it's a little lumpy, so I've got a strainer that's sanitized, and I've got a bowl, and I've got an ice bowl in the freezer, and it's recommended to cool down your cream, just to cool it as fast as possible. So we'll use the ice bowl for that. We don't have to put it through.
Your cream is half in view, just FYI.
The what?
The cream is half in view.
It's because this thing is going. It's
Yes.
like sagging.
Wonky. Let me
Yeah,
go
it's
take
a little
care
wonky.
of
That's-
such customer.
yes.
Ding dong. I'll be
All right,
back.
let me see if I take the charger off the phone. I'm probably going to drop something, yeah? So let me see if I take some weight off the phone, if we can do that a little better. I don't think so, but anyway. You know what I can do? I can move it over a little. But anyway, so if you, let me see if I do that. And just tighten it down there a little. Nope, that's worse. All right, so let me see. I can make a better plan with this camera. If I lift it a little and it gets a bit better angle, it might work. Yeah, that looks a little better. Okay, so we'll work with what we got. But anyway, where was I? So if you strain your custard through the strainer, because it's not getting cooked again, that has to be clean, and your bowl which you strain it into needs to be clean because it's not getting cooked again. So whatever gets cooked again, it's okay if it's not like pristine and sanitized, but wherever your end product ends up in, like the jar that your jam goes into, or the whatever's not going to get like reheated and recooked again, that part has to be clean. Otherwise you're going to end up with mold issues. Now you will be very surprised at the amount of additional time your product will give you if you keep your temperatures. So if you cool it fast, keep your temperatures low, your fridge temperatures, and make sure your stuff is clean, so your hands are clean, sanitized, your equipment is clean and sanitized, and things like that, because and I need a spatula, so I'll be right back, because I need one of those to scrape all the stuff out when I'm done. So I will also proceed to sanitize this. Now this will probably be okay because it's going to be in the cream, but we still want to try and stay as clean as possible and keep everything as sanitized as possible. I'm going to move that out the way, and yeah, we hitting around 116 degrees on the cream. So we want to just get that to heat up. So and I don't have that on too much heat because I don't want to like hit the eggs too hard and stuff like that. So you don't want to exceed 185 degrees when you're not adding like starches or anything like that, because your proteins in your egg will stop holding its water, and it'll basically disintegrate because there's nothing else holding it that can help hold it together. Now that's why a lot of people put starches and stuff in, and then you actually have to go over that temperature to cook like the flour or the cornstarch. But in this case, we are not using any of that, so we want to make sure that we don't exceed the temperatures. So this is all nice and clean, and then I just want to see what the ice looks like. I don't want a whole bowl of frozen stuff. No, that looks good. That should cool it real quick. I didn't make a big batch, so if this comes out real nice, I've got more yolk. So I'm not gonna break the eggs off or break the eggs and extract the yolks. I'm just going to cheat and use a liquid egg yolk that's already pre-made, and we'll pour that into the bowl and mix it with some sugar. So I guess I can get the sugar in the meantime while we're waiting. So I'll get that. And then, yeah, I wanted to, I'm getting a few queries and questions and things like that. So, so I know South Africa's all the rage right now. And, to me, it's just like normal. It's kind of where I'm from. But some people have interest, and a few people have asked me. And so there's a lot of propaganda about South Africa right now. And, now, to be clear, generally, if you don't mind being locked up behind a big gate in your house with like security bars in front of your windows and big roof or big fences and bullshit like that, it's not a bad place to live. Your quality of life's not bad, but there's a huge amount of crime. Violent crime is the problem. I've been asked, so I'll be on a podcast on Sunday called Disaffected, and I'm going to have a chat about that, just the general life in South Africa and crime and stuff like that. Sorry, we are in the back of my store, so you're going to hear the ding-dongs.
I'll be back.
Yeah, okay. So people have jobs, but there's not a lot of jobs, and the jobs don't pay extraordinarily well. So you find your kind of general standard of living is probably a little lower than the US, but it's still okay. People are a lot more social, and I think the reason for that is because you don't have much of a choice, because it's not like you can just go to your mate's house and eat something and go home. You make like an evening out of it, because for the most part you kind of stay over, or you you know, especially if you're going to have a few drinks, which is also a big pastime in South Africa. But there's a lot less outside social activities because of the danger. So it's not like you can go to a club and then you can go to a bar and you can go to like concerts, and that's kind of limited. And you know, your risk of getting, you know, like even if you do nothing wrong, getting stopped by police and getting extorted, or just getting in trouble, you know, because there's criminals running around and you. So, you know, like now, night times, I mean, I've been out for 10 years, but you know, like night times now, apparently there's not even traffic lights working. So it's dangerous. It's like, you know, you don't really want your wife to be around stuff like that, especially not your daughter and your kids. And, you know, that's so yeah, so that part's a little like, you know, shitty. So, all right, so we had 174. So I'm going to get the yolks. So we got these yolks. So that's one thing with South Africa is, you know, there's a lot of that kind of thing happening. And, you know, so people are generally kind of locked into their homes. And, you know, they kind of have burglar bars everywhere. And, you know, you try and have a bigger fence than your neighbor because maybe they rob your neighbor and not you. So we're going to use for this recipe. So we've got 500 cream, 125 milk. We got 100 grams of sugar that I just put in here. And I'm going to put 120 grams of, and I want to make sure I don't forget the vanilla, 120 grams of egg yolk. So that's 6 egg yolks. All right, there's 120 grams. So that's 6 egg yolks. All right, and you don't want your egg to lay on your sugar too long. You want to mix it in as fast as possible. So I'm going to do that. And then I've got some more egg yolks here. If the cream is real good, then I will make more. So we want to mix this in. And I'm going to add my vanilla at the end because I don't have vanilla pods. And I want to make sure. So let me see. Let's make sure this is no lump. No lumps. The vanilla will evaporate. Unless you're using pods and you're going to cook it in your milk, which I don't have. I just got the normal vanilla extract. You want to do that at the end. All right, so yeah, things are happening now. So we had 185, 82, 85. There you can see a little bit of steam come out. So 86, so we'll give that like a few seconds. All right, and then we're going to have to. All right. All right, we want to pull this off. All right, 187, 188. All right, so we'll give this a second just to calm down a little. So yeah, so, you know, people still live there under duress for the most part. The bigger problem you got, and this is where I had a direct impact with me, was, well, okay, you know, except for the crime and shit like that. That's, you know, like you like literally operate around there with your head on a swivel, because if you don't, you're a fucking moron. No, sorry, wrong shoulder. So you always have the threat of someone trying to, like, you know, hijack you or accost you or something at a traffic light and shit like that. But what's probably worse than that is, so the government has what they call a BEE system, which is the Black Economic Empowerment System. Now, you know, I understand that there's been past issues. You know, South Africa's got a very colorful history, if I can put it that way. But, you know, you now can't find a job if, you know, the quotas in the company is not filled. So that makes it real hard. So, all right, so I'm going to temper this in. So I'm going to slowly put the milk into the egg. Try not to scramble it. All right. So what you got is the government dictates, depending on industry, what you are and aren't allowed to take in terms of staff. So you have to have specific quotas of people based on their color in your employee. So you got to have certain amount of white women and certain, well, It's not so much the whites they care about, but you've got to have a certain amount of black women, and they've got to have certain positions, and you've got to have a certain amount of black guys, and they've got to have positions, and it's kind of based on your. I haven't checked anything in chat. It's kind of based on the racial makeup of the country. So meritocracy is like a curse word in South Africa because merit don't matter. So depending on the industry you're in, if it's a industry that require like a high labor, so it's, let's say like building where you've got a lot of like manual labor requirements, then the entrance to, so they've got levels of this BE bullshit, and then your entrance level is a financial level, so it's not that high. So your level, your entry where you gotta like start with this. So if you're a small guy and you like, let's say, build one house a year, they don't care. All right. But when you get bigger, and then unions become involved, and contracts to, so the government will issue contracts, and this is the problem: is it's not private industry. So the government will issue a huge contract for some, let's say, low cost housing, which I think is nonsense because I shouldn't be paying for someone else's house. But anyway, let's leave that where it is. So the government will issue a contract for, let's say, 1,000 low cost homes. Then if you want any part of that contract, all right, they'll award it to a like BE compliant, like consulting firm. Okay, and then all these guys do is they go pick.
It's the same as DEI.
Yeah, it's the same as DEI. It's the same bullshit, So what they'll do is they'll go pick. So they take a cut of the money, and then they'll go pick some people that are now compliant to whatever the requirement is for the government. So you have to have these levels of compliancy in your business to be able to tender for these contracts, and then everybody gets points based on their compliance as well as the contractors they use. So it's a multi-tier system where they actually take into consideration how much money is spent by which contractor on your books and how compliant they are, and then you get awarded points for them, and then all these points count towards your eligibility to qualify for contracts. So it's a very convoluted fucking communist system. All right. So I had a software development business, and we did a pretty fair amount of business with one of the bigger companies in South Africa, and I was sitting in the procurement office, reviewing our year's business, and the guy said, "Well, you guys are doing pretty good with us. You've got quite a lot of work, and you're doing a good job." And I was very thankful, and he was very complimentary. And he said, "Well, I'm sorry. This coming year, you guys need to work on your BE." And I said, "Okay, well, that's something we want to do." So this is now tempered in. All right, and it looks pretty lump free, so that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. So we don't make no scrambled eggs, which is always a good sign.
I don't know, we made some killer scrambled eggs with that bacon that I mentioned earlier.
So this will go back in here. And then he said, "Well, you guys have to sort something out with your BE because, that's a problem." So I said, "Okay, well, what is your requirement?" So he said, "Well, you're going to have to get some ownership of the right government denominations in your business." So I said, "Well, you send me a guy that's got some cash that can put it down and buy in, or I'm not selling. That's not going to happen." And he said, "Well, we'll just reduce your business until you have none left if you do not comply." So I did what any responsible business person would do, and I got the consulting firm in, and I bought some books and I read up about it. And basically what they're doing is oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to need a little bit of water or something. Okay. Sorry. So what they basically did was so you have to have certain people in certain positions in your business. And then as people leave of, the wrong color, you have to replace them with people of the right color. Unless nobody leaves, because, it's a little harder for people to find jobs if they're not the right color, which is such bullshit. Thank you. So I asked the guy, so if I've got 5 white guys working for me, because, we started the business and worked on, meritocracy, and those were the guys that I could afford, and they're the guys that could do the job. What do I do if they don't leave? And the guy said, well, you're going to have to fire them and just replace them with, somebody else that's now of government prescribed race. And I said, but, if the people have families, and they're like, how do you do that? He's like, not my problem, man. You just need to comply to the BE requirements, or you will not get a contract. And that was probably in 2011, 2012, which is when I was like, yeah, I got to get out of this place, because this is not going to end well. And then I don't like threats, and I don't like, bullshit like that. I think, I don't care what color the guy is. I just care what the quality of his work is, basically. But that is not how it works in South Africa. So, that is the main issue, which is then, people don't get jobs because, race baiting and bullshit. And people want to justify that by saying, well, the past injustices. Okay, well, my children that are now alive, who are getting absolutely fucking paneled by these policies, all right, they were not alive when there was other policies that benefited other people. And just for that, when I started working, which is like in 1992, 1993, sorry, I just want to check the temperature on this, because we can't go over 185. There was already policies like this in place, in a lesser manner, but there was already policies like that in place where, certain people of certain races had to be hired. You couldn't, so you could go on merit for, like, if you're going to take 10 people, you can take merit 5, and then 5 was like supposed to be certain colors, and that's in 1992. So, we are 40 years, is it 30 years? 30 years down this little fucking road now, and we still got this bullshit going on. Actually 35 years, because it started earlier than that. So yeah, it's no good. No good whatsoever. And no good comes out of it, and it'll never be good unless it's merit-based. All right, so that's the whole kind of setup, how shit works there. And then with this new law that they just passed, which is the appropriation without compensation, that's a big fuck up, because basically what they can do, and it's not, people say, they're going to take the farmland from the white farmers. No, they're not going to take the land from the white farmers. They're going to take fucking everything from everybody. And this is what people, you see, so people that have nothing don't fucking care. All right, they don't care, because they've never made an effort to actually get themselves anything. So they don't give a fuck. They just want to see the world burn. They just want everything to go to shit, because they don't have anything. And when I don't want to be fucking politically incorrect here, but when someone's a fucking dumbass and they don't understand shit, okay, and you are not a dumbass and you work very hard and you get yourself a life, and they don't understand, because they drink every fucking weekend and they just a dumbass, they don't give a fuck that you have shit. They just don't want anybody to have any shit, because they don't have shit. And that's a bad fucking model, which is quite a big model in South Africa, is like a lot of dumbasses, because they fucking communists. If you're communist, you're a dumbass, and you should know that.
I feel like a movie.
Yes.
Isn't it called Idiocracy?
Yes, Idiocracy.
Crocs.
Yes.
Who knows about Crocs?
No, exactly.
If you don't know, you should look up where Crocs came from.
So you got all these like fucking communists or wannabe, revolutionaries running around, You know, until fucking people start dying, you know, then everybody wants to be a revolutionary until people start dying. People have no fucking idea what civil war and fucking that shit means. But anyway, so you got all these people that have fuck all. You know, 9 out of 10 times it's their own doing because they're not actually fucking working and have no interest in building a life, and they just want shit taken from everybody else. But so what the law basically says is it's not that it's the farms being taken from white people, although they will politicize it and it will be predominantly implemented that way because, you know, when your fucking buddies have shit, you're not going to take their shit because they're your buddies unless they start opposing you. And then they're not your buddies anymore and then you'll take their shit. So this is just a way that's opened up or the government opened up for themselves to take shit from people they don't fucking like. And that's exactly what they're going to do.
Very similar to what happened when Rhodesia died.
Yes, exactly. They're just gonna, and then, you know, people are gonna start fucking starving, and then they're not gonna understand what's going on, you know. And I laugh because, like, the UN says, well, you know, this is going to fix the past injustices, and it's a good thing. Yeah, because the UN are a bunch of fucking communists. I mean, Europe is socialist, man. You know, the only free place is America, and it fucking works here because, you know, there's a reason for it. It's called fucking capitalism. And, you know, private property rights is a massive fucking issue. And there's not a lot of places in Africa that's got it. And, you know, that's why it's fucked. Because they don't have private property rights, so nobody wants to fucking invest in the place. Because you don't have skin in the game if you don't have the fucking property. And the government can just cancel your lease because they do this bullshit 99-year leases. So the government can just cancel your lease whenever you don't fucking agree with them. But if you've got private property rights, it's not that simple. And South Africa had them. But now they can basically say, well, you know, you don't use this part of your property, so we're just going to fucking take that. Or you don't use this part of your factory, so we're just going to fucking take that. Or you got a piece of land here that nobody's doing anything with, so, you know, we're just going to take that. Never mind if you fucking prospecting with it or anything like that. So, yeah, that is, in a nutshell, South Africa. So, I don't know if there are questions or anybody wants to ask anything. I'm sorry, that was a very fucking long...
a few comments. No actual questions about it. But Jody does say they are called NGIs, never get it.
Yes.
Or NGOs, I guess.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, this is close. I just want to see it thicken a little. 73, there we go. Yeah, we're about 10 degrees out.
Jody did ask about the South African leader singing or chanting "Kill the whites," who's killed the Boer.
So that's one of the communist party guys, you know, racist.
EFF?
EFF, you know.
Yeah.
Fucking dumbasses. That dude makes so much fucking money off these people and they don't even realize it. They all half starving and he fucking runs around in his little red uniform, you know, pretending to be a fucking revolutionary.
It's similar to the, is it North Koreans not realizing that the leader is overweight?
Yes, exactly.
Because they do not realize that he has so much and they have nothing.
Well, that's the thing, you know, they promise these guys the sun, moon, and fucking stars, but they never tell them that they got to go fetch it themselves, you know. So
what's happening in America is literally the only country to maintain capitalist views and
well, you know, that's why
property rights.
Yes, exactly. You know, that's why when the communists kind of pulled a move with the last election, like I got a little concerned, man, because I've seen this fucking movie and nothing good comes from it, you know. So after Orange Man won, feel a little bit more comfortable, you know. You know, when the brown shirts start fucking targeting people that go to school board meetings, you know, and start putting you on fucking no-fly lists and
anywhere.
You know, it starts becoming a fucking concern because that's how that shit starts, you know. Not that I'm not saying. I mean, South Africa looked a little better under the previous fucking government, you know. Not that they were any better because they were also a bunch of socialists. So it's not like, you know, South Africa went from full freedom into fucking communism. No. We were lied to for a long time. Hey, this is getting nice and thick. This is actually looking very nice. I am impressed.
So Jody says we are the most restricted free country in the world.
Yes, that I agree with. So here's the
but
problem.
Who else is free?
Yeah, nobody. Well, the thing is, like Sweden and Denmark, and I would say that business-wise, except for the fucking government bullshit restrictions, but freedom to do shit, you're probably a little more free in South Africa to do things than you are here. But yeah, it depends on who you know in the fucking city. So if you are if you are holding the correct people's balls and rubbing it nicely, and putting the shine on, and greasing the palms of the right people in the cities, then everything just works out for you. If you don't, or you refuse to fucking operate like that, then the fuckers target you. So there's a lot of other things here that I don't like in terms of of what happens in the cities.
But that's the key point. You're saying it right there, is in the cities. I think we are so brainwashed to be in the cities. We don't realize how much independence we could have outside of the city.
Exactly. That's why we are very thankful for our community we have. We got a very nice and pretty large online community that supports us, because of all the people we work with. And I mean, we give back. Fucking hell, believe me. It's not like we're making, money hand over fist. Yeah, the content creators get a lot of our income. So, but you give. I would rather pay that than, not have the online community and also fucking pay that shit over to the tax man. I'd rather put it in someone else's pocket. So this looks like it's almost ready. This is actually pretty thick. Look at that.
I see that. Yeah. Bright Can says you have to compete against those big meaty government balls.
Yep.
They don't have any meat.
Yep. You see, so the problem is they move the goalposts and they make things hard for you because they basically play their little fucking lawfare bullshit. So it's like, well, you have to be compliant to X, and you're like, well, okay, can I have X specification? And they're like, well, you should find someone that can give that to you because I shouldn't be giving you this, and so it's very hard. Yeah, there we go. This is.
I just realized who Cam said should be Africa's president, not any country in Africa. Africa's president. He referenced said movie, Dwayne Elizondo, Mountain Dew. Herbert Comanche. I did not remember his name. Did you have to go look it up? Don't lie.
All right, so this is at 185. Now, what they say? What the temperature? Yeah. No, but so here's a way you're supposed to be testing it. All right, let me just get a big spoon. All right, we'll see. So this is one of the ways you can test it. So what you do is you coat the back of a spoon. All right. You coat the back of the spoon, all right, and if you leave a line, then it's thick enough. So you can try that.
Not in camera view.
Whew.
Okay, don't look.
That was nice.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's nice. All right. So.
Welcome to Anton's. I love you.
Yeah. That has no lumps. I'm not going to put this thing through a strain.
No.
It has no lumps. So what I am going to do is I'm going to put this in so this is ice water, nice and cold. This thing is sanitized, and I just float that in there. I don't need that because I don't make fucking lumps when I make custard, man. All right.
You me to hold that? You got it?
I got it. I'm going to put it down here, and I've got this guy, and I am going to put this in here.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So.
I hear a young man.
I hear a young man too.
You want me to go grab the young man?
You can grab the young man.
Yes.
All right. And if you grab a spoon, I am sure the young man will enjoy a little bit of custard.
All right.
I'll leave a little bit in the pot for him. There we go. All right. Let me move this around. We can cool this down. Woo! And put the water in. So that should be nice.
So now everybody knows the sob story as to why I asked you to marry me, because you were being mistreated.
Yeah, I was being
in South
mistreated
Africa.
in South Africa. So
Yes.
give me 1 second. So this is what's called creme anglaise. Right, where's his spoon?
Right here.
Okay.
Yeah, the Gatorade in the toilets was a little interesting. The watering lawns with the electrolytes.
What's that?
No, Idiocracy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a big smile.
That's a good smile.
Yeah, that's
Good.
a big smile. All right, so we'll leave this for a minute. So yeah, so that's kind of more that I wanted to talk to you guys about is, you know, I know there's a lot of misinformation. So it's not that people in South Africa are, you know, like running from bush to bush to try and hide from shit, but there's definitely legal challenges to, depending on the race you are, depending on the job you can find, and you know, you generally find that you get paid less because, you know, you're kind of lucky to have a job. And then of course there's a massive work scarcity because, you know, the government can at any time just decide that they are now going to fucking, you know, take shit from people. And so here's another thing, and it sounds great if you're an employee. So whenever you use your probe, got to remember to clean the tip.
Clean the tip.
Clean the tip.
Any other tips for today?
Yes. Look both ways before crossing the road. Yeah, there we go.
Bright Can did ask, since it's Valentine's Day and my birthday, do I get 1 or 2 presents today? He asked this a while ago. I was holding it.
So 1 present plus me every day. So that is more than enough.
I'll be waiting for my present.
Yes, I will sort you out tonight when the kids are in bed.
That is terrible. Let me go help the people.
There will be lots of biltong for you. Oh, sorry, he's got his hand on my microphone. Can I swap shoulders? So let me see. So yeah, that is 1 present repeatedly. Exactly, Jody. That is how that present never gets used up, man. So yeah, so I mean, you know, South Africa not a bad place to stay. It's very beautiful, but like most things that are very pretty, it'll fucking kill you. So you got to be, you know, a little weary of your surroundings. So I hope that was interesting and informative, just for everybody that wants to know. Multiple decades. Yes, it is cured properly. Apparently, with all the kids we have, the meat knows what it does. Yeah. So yeah, I think Switzerland, you might know what this is, the creme anglaise. So yeah, so that's pretty much what we made. Sorry, it's pretty good. I mean, I think it's pretty nice. It doesn't taste too bad. I've got a little bit. And I'm sure you want more. That's nice. That's very nice. I didn't add the vanilla, but even without the vanilla, it's very, very nice. I forgot to add the vanilla. And I thought I was going to forget to add the vanilla. Here's the vanilla. So I guess, I mean, let me see quick. As soon as Mom comes back, I'll actually see if I can mix a little bit in there. See if I can grab that machine of mine with a whisk and whisk a little bit of vanilla in there. It'll be even more flavorful because it's cool. Because the vanilla, you got to be careful. It evaporates with the heat. But I think I can probably do that. Let me see if I dig this guy out here, because it's very runny. This stuff, very runny. So that's the ice water. Done. I can switch. I don't know. Let's see. We leave the range on. Who knows what happens? But I got to keep you away from the bowl. And then I'll. No. I see you eyeing my microphone there. All right. Here we go. You want to grab that? You want to go make trouble? Let me see if I've got a little something for you. Oh, here we go. Trouble crawling in the kitchen. Give me your spoon. I'll give you some custard. Give. I'll give you some custard. Hold on. Yeah, you got to give it to me. Yeah, good stuff. Here we go. That's good stuff, man. So let me see. I'm gonna have to pull some magic. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm in front of the camera. I just want to wash my hands quick. I'm going to get my whisk quickly, my electric whisk, with a machine. And sorry, I've got to step over the boy here, and I've limited my space, so you can hear him clanking the spoon down there. Let's hope he doesn't grab the camera. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do about a teaspoon, so 5 grams of vanilla. Let's just switch that on. I forgot the vanilla, man.
Oh, no.
Yes, and remember I still said I hope I don't forget it because I like doing that.
I'm not going to lie, I don't remember hearing that.
All right, so let's see if I can
You
whisk
didn't
it in
mention
here.
I smell like vanilla today. Oh,
Yes.
Oh, the whole camera's going.
Oh, I knew he was going to grab it. I still said I wonder if he's going to grab the camera.
We are angled out of frame a little bit.
All right, well, hey, young man,
You're
can't
back.
do that.
You're back.
All right.
Sorry for the shaking.
Yeah. All right, there we go. This shouldn't make, the whole point of this thing is it shouldn't be making a crust. This should remain runny. So what do you want to pour this on? We've got to pour it on something so we can make a nice picture of it.
I mean, I have ideas, but...
you know what? Why don't you go get one of those chocolate slices?
Chocolate slices. Oh!
Yes, for the kids.
Okay.
I mean, I won't eat it.
You know it's 6 of them.
What, in one pack?
Yeah.
Isn't there anything here in the front? This side?
Yes.
Yeah. Get something there and we can put it on a plate and I can pour some of this on there. All right, there we go. Incorporate it. All right. So, update on the move. Let's do that quickly. After all the, very depressing nonsense.
Hey, now it smells like butter cake in here.
Yes, this is very nice.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is very nice. I want to pour it on a plate so I can eat some of it. Oh, we're going to have some of that. All right. No, not us. The kids, I guess.
I think it is their favorite, and that'll be the nicest.
All right.
What do you think?
Yeah. All right. Am I going to leave it like that?
Yeah, just like that. Just
All
like that. It's perfect.
Okay. So,
mystery thing that is on the plate about to be doused in cream.
sounds like a date.
Right.
Huh.
Question is, did you take it home from a bar or did you pick it up before?
There we go.
Very nice.
Grab that spoon over there.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, hold it over here. I don't want to stick anything in this bowl.
No. It is clean. Ah!
Yes. No, it's okay. It can run over.
Oh, you hear him. Mm-hmm. He wants some.
Yep. There we go. Oh, he was
Not
eyeing my mic.
the mic.
He was eyeing my
Did you
mic
take
as
my
well.
fuzzy part off of my mic? How's that?
Wow, that is so mild and so nice and light. That is good. So yeah, that is highly recommended.
Wait, where's
It's
mine?
it's actually not overly sweet. Actually, it's actually not very sweet at all. I would probably go with a little bit of extra.
I don't know if I can get this thing back on.
Oh, don't worry about it. Just put it down. I would probably go with a little bit more sugar. Like I'd probably go to 150 grams of sugar. That's nice.
It tastes like vanilla, like cake batter.
Yes.
It is so light.
It's so light. So light.
Wow.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's not. It doesn't even remind me of a custard actually, because custards are normally a lot heavier.
No.
It's very light. So yeah, this could probably get a little more as that pulled in.
That is so nice. I saw your question, Femboy. I don't know how to answer that. I was not the biggest fan of the Playboy scene.
Oh no, I was never
to
into
put
that.
it mildly.
So, all right, there we go. I was talking about something else because I wanted to get off the South African subject because I think that's done and dusted and beaten to death.
I want to put that in something and drink it. That is so nice. We haven't had anything of any sweetness. I know, what was it, Sunday we tried?
Yeah, some of the breads and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
But very small amount.
Yes. So we haven't had like anything since Sunday. So
Yeah.
so I might take a big fucking spoon in the bowl. Whatever fits in my mouth, man. I'll just like.
Doesn't have to. It just,
Yes. Yes.
just wipe
Yeah,
it off.
this wood, I can't drink that.
I was thinking that. It's like, is there a mug it could go
Yeah.
in? It's mildly warm. It's
Yes.
like a
Yes.
tempered.
Yeah, it's just a little
very
warm.
nice.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah, that's actually very nice. So how long this lasts? I don't know. They say about 3 days.
I don't think it's going to last that long.
It won't. Yeah, you know. So I've got another one that I use, and I'll actually incorporate some of the techniques in this and see if I can get some life out of it. But this would be very nice as a product in a bottle. So if you can bottle this and it would last on a shelf, that'll actually work real well.
He's going to steal everything.
Yeah.
There's a terrorist walking around if you see feet behind it. There we go. There he's going.
All right. Here we go. All right. So, we put time.
Did you
Okay.
find out that Astro Sweat is on?
Hey, Astro Sweat, how are you?
Yes.
All right. Not the microphone.
Wasn't sure
boy.
if you got to say hello.
No, I didn't. So, no, I was talking about something else. Now I can't remember what it was. But the kids can have that, and
Yes.
I guess we're not going to make meatballs.
No.
No, because I wanted to do that.
We
but
shall have meatballs another day.
yes, we shall have meatballs another time. What else? I was wanting to say something and then I got interrupted. But that's okay. I guess that's fine. Was there any comments, anything in the chat that anybody wanted to ask or say or do or
Doesn't look like too many comments in the chat.
except for nonsense?
Except for nonsense. All kinds of nonsense.
Yes, of course, Valentine's Day. And I did open a big can of worms, so I'll rather just...
Creamed meatballs.
Yes.
Asked Jody. That would actually be nice.
Yeah, you can do probably like a beef stroganoff
Yes.
type...
The biltong soup as a top to meatballs.
yes, that would be very
That would
nice.
be good.
Oh.
We may need to make that combination. At
Yeah, that
some
would
point.
actually be very good.
It
And
would
that's
go
not hard
well.
to make.
Sunday?
Yeah, yeah. There we go.
Thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, how's the cocktail fundraiser going?
I think it's got about $400 in it. I'd really like to get to 1,000. If we can hit $1,000, that would be nice. Give me my microphone.
He is trying. Determination, man.
So that's what I was saying about the move. So we are starting our parking lot on the 5th of March.
Yes.
Yes. So we will be starting, hopefully, if everything works out well, we will be starting the parking lot construction on the 5th of March. Yeah, grab him. He's really trying hard to get my mic. He was sitting on my shoulder and he was all happy, and then he just saw the mic and he zoomed in on it. And then we've been fighting real hard to get some buildings. So we want to go for temporary buildings. So I found, 6 of them in like the middle of Dallas for a good price. But to fucking move them is virtually impossible. It was very difficult, and so I've eventually ended up with someone and spoke to him, and we'll confirm probably between Monday and Tuesday, but he happens to have some buildings that we can actually buy from him, and they are complete, exactly what we need for the price we need. So all metal roof, metal sides, complete. He said he's going to send me some pictures. So I think we've got our building sorted out. We've got our parking sorted out. We still have to do our septic and well, and power is sorted out because I've already spoken to the guys about the power. So game on, real soon. We'll have fucking game on, yeah. And then we're going to pack all of this shit up and get the fuck out of Dodge.
So that's actually what we're going to do in the meantime. We thought we would use bare essentials right now. We will be packing and boxing and prepping.
Yes.
On our end.
Yep.
To make everything a little bit smoother. We even had someone come out and check our house recently. And
Yes.
what was the word on that, Anton?
That's like 60 days gone.
Yes, I will say the home is beautiful. Anton really did a lot of good work to it. His own hands. He made a lot of different improvements on the house itself. So when we had the realtor walk in, the comment was, "Oh, this will be easy to sell."
Yeah, we prior to the restaurant days and now the like market manufacturing, I did have a bit of time, so I could actually do shit at home. I'm a pretty handy guy.
Yes.
I can build a lot of things.
Very good with his hands. Whether it's meat, bricks,
Cement.
anything.
Yeah. Well, where I'm from, you kind of got to figure shit out because if you don't, you pay a lot of money.
Oh, and Finboy says you will also need proper internet for your budding media career.
Yes. Did we swap over to?
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay. I always forget.
I was going to say, don't worry, this new one travels.
Yeah, the new one does travel. Well, so here's the problem. So I've got a little internal network, and all of that is on my old system. And then I've got the one router on the new system that we need to run for this, so we don't hang up and shit. So I always go back to the old one to go get the pictures and stuff to put on the online, all the stuff for the online. And then I always forget to to bounce over to the new router that's got speed. But this one travels, and what I'll actually do is I'll take my laptop and the router, and I'll put a little like converter in my car, so I can get 220 or like 110 volts out of 12, which shouldn't be a big issue. And I'll drag this thing out to our property, and I'll actually run some speed tests and see what kind of data we get. I am sure there is a lot of power lines and a lot of lines around there. So I'm sure there's internet because there is some other things in the area. Not a lot, but there is.
Yes.
Other
businesses.
Yes,
I mean,
other businesses
it's
and stuff. And I mean, the highway runs right past our
a very big highway.
Very big highway that's real busy. So I think, come end April, things are going to look a lot different than they do now.
Yes.
We've got to do some work on the buildings and stuff. But I think for the most part, our accommodation as well, we might actually end up living in one half of one building, which is fine. We'll just put a section aside for us.
Oh yeah.
So we'll
I've said this many times, sleep and shower. Those are the two things that are important.
That's all we got to do. So we'll figure that out and get it all done. And then we are on our horse, living in a new place with a new property, new shops, and new beginnings, and that's going to be very exciting.
Now, Jody does mention he was a contractor for 20 years, everything from the ground up. We agree. The temporary buildings are exactly that.
Yes.
It's the beginning.
The cost of them is a huge amount cheaper.
He just saw.
It's a huge amount cheaper than actually building. And it's not that we have contacts, but we have contacts, if I can put it that way. So we are being helped out a little bit. So the prices are real reasonable, for good square footage. I want to grab another spatula here. Seeing that I stuck the other one in my mouth, this thing is annoying me. So I want to.
You want to scrape it down?
Yeah, I want to scrape it down, and You know, it's bugging me.
Don't worry, more will go down very soon.
Yes.
As soon as that stream is ended.
Yeah, as soon as that little camera is switched off, it's going in both sides of the mouth.
All the holes.
All the holes. Yeah, this is very nice. This doesn't really congeal too much.
And you can't really show a camera that. Did you put it up against the small one at least to see what it looks like?
I will do that now.
Okay, if you haven't, please do.
Yeah. So you can see, but that's very nice.
What?
That is very nice.
Yes.
It's thick, but it's not too thick.
Yes.
Now, I would probably go with a little bit more egg and a little bit more sugar. So you maybe want to go to like 8 yolks instead of 6. So maybe go to like 160 instead of 120 grams. But I would go a little more so you get a little thicker. I like a thicker custard, but this is very nice. And I would do a little bit more sugar. And don't forget the vanilla, like I like to do. Okay. You're going to keep dropping the spoon, man.
Yep.
So I think that is that. This was nice. It's interesting. I like it. I like delicate things like this. I like delicate baking and cooking and things like that. And then beautiful. Sunday we're going to make I got some Wagyu picanhas. Look at this. So I'm going to make some picanhas on Sunday.
You know what we didn't do, Anton?
What?
We didn't talk about our sponsor. Don't we have a sponsor? I swear we do.
That. Yeah, I feel so bad, man. These guys pay us, and then we don't. We take their money. We don't talk about it.
So, BiltongUSA.com. Get Anton's Land of Biltong there. Use S.T.F. 10 for 10% off. What I have here is the Trio, Biltong Trio. So this is the normal flavors Biltong and our lowest heat spice, which is the peri peri. Phenomenal way to test the water on the biltong. But I thought I would add in a couple of other things. I know this guy right here will not get you quite to free shipping, so add a spice. A spice is always a good way to go. The Celtic salt is something that we are always recommending to our customers or to anyone we speak to, I swear.
The Celtic salt, man, that stuff's magic.
Such good. Yeah. Such a good health benefits for you. And then we've just added peri peri. Peri peri is a African bird's eye chili. It can be used in any of your cooking or
yeah, it's just a chili.
Or if you were to make meats, different like grilling or anything.
Yeah. It's just a chili. So instead of using a habanero, you would use that. It's got a different heat structure. It's about the heat of a habanero, but it's not the punch in the mouth heat. It's really, really nice. So try some peri peri. And I think that is that.
It.
Yes, let me take you. Let me hang you upside down. And then maybe you'll be a little quieter for a minute. All right, so yeah, I think that's that. Like, subscribe, follow.
Thank you for the birthday wishes.
Yes, thank you very much for my wife's birthday wishes. She got more than me, which is good because I do not have birthdays anymore. I have now stopped. So yeah, till next time, we'll see you guys Sunday. And we'll make a picanha on the fire. I'm going to sous vide it and I'm going to grill it off. It's going to be fucking awesome. Some meat always works well.